Hello and welcome to the podcast. You have a special shout out you want to give for our podcast listeners that work in the education field.
Yeah, I just can't imagine trying to get 32 students to continuously wash their hands every 2 minutes. I watched you try and get your daughter to wash her hands yesterday, and it took about 20 minutes. She was just procrastinating, finding other things to do. Why don't they want to wash them? And then you hear the sink only running for 4 seconds, and you're like, there's no way you use soap.
Yeah, and to go one step further, she was being a gross kid. That's why I got her to go wash her hands. And I didn't want to embarrass her by telling her I caught her being gross and scratching. But after saying like, hey, honey, can you go and wash your hands, please? And then her not doing it, and then being like, yo, you need to go and wash your hands, please.
Yeah, kids are so gross. She's like rummaging through all of her crayons. And I'm like, well, never going to use those.
Finally, I'm like, after about the 6th time, I'm like, yo, I saw you scratch your butt. Go and wash your hands.
And then she's so mad at you because you embarrassed her.
Yeah, but like my next option was going and grabbing the pressure washer, throwing soap on her on the couch, and then just blasting her hands. So the embarrassing thing is probably for the best. Anyway, yeah, shout out to our teachers.
I can't imagine. We have teacher friends that are extremely stressed right now.
Yeah,
they don't sit down till 4 p.m.
Oh, I don't get within 3 feet of them right now because they're surrounded by gross-ass kids.
It's true. Yeah. Oh,
anyway,
man.
So shout out to you. This podcast is for you.
And if you have teacher people in your life, drop off a box of wine on their doorstep. Leave a note. Honestly, they need it.
This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
There's something about Scrubs, the song we just heard, that confuses me.
Why?
Well, what's the deal with hanging out the passenger side of your best friend's ride?
They're stating that the guy that's trying to pick them up doesn't even have his own vehicle and probably doesn't have a license.
Just because I roll with buddies sometimes, like I get picked up to go to the golf course, let's say, and I'm hanging out the passenger side of my best friend's ride, trying to holla. Doesn't mean I don't have a car at home. It's just I'm rolling with my best friend at that time.
Okay.
So that's what I'm like, wow, you're judging this guy for not having a car, but there's a pretty good chance he's just with his buddy. Why would they take 2 vehicles, especially with the price of gas?
107.
So as you may have heard, Water Bottle Box yesterday, a couple days ago, had an announcement to the country.
Don't call him that.
What?
He probably lays awake at night remembering how he worded that.
Water Bottle Box?
Actually, there's probably multiple reasons that he lays awake at night. But anyway.
Anyway, Trudeau announced to the country that he thinks we should lay low and kind of cancel Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he definitely hinted that.
And if we want Christmas still, we're going to have to be really smart for the next couple months.
Yeah, okay, Dad.
You know what I feel most upset about
What?
as a small town boy? That the fall suppers are going to be canceled. You ever hear about those?
What's a fall supper?
Oh.
It's just Thanksgiving?
Well, it's like a town potluck.
No.
Yeah, so like...
Do you sign up with what dish you're bringing?
Sure.
And you have to have a certain amount of...
Exactly. But like I'm talking 200-300 people get served by the end of it. Yeah, sometimes the churches put it on.
What was the best dish?
Oh, the Ukrainian ladies would step up pretty big time.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, those will definitely be canceled this year as well. And a lot of turkey at those, a lot of turkey at Thanksgiving. Our friend Doug has a conspiracy theory that may have something to do with this. Check it.
What if turkeys made up COVID so that we cancel Thanksgiving? Ever think about that?
Now I am.
Play 107.
I'm glad to see some people on the text line have my back. I asked if the BLT can be considered a breakfast sandwich, and I firmly believe it is. It's got some of the most essentials when it comes to breakfast, like bread and bacon.
Hey, listen, really think about it. When you're ordering a BLT, is it 8 a.m. or is it noon? It's noon.
I'd say like when I would most be inclined to order it is at a breakfast place at 10:30 a.m.
Oh, so a brunch sandwich would be a more accurate answer.
But like there's not really a difference between breakfast food and brunch food.
Yes, there is. BLT has no egg in it. It's got bacon, but so do burgers.
Yeah, a lot of brunch foods have eggs, though. And so do a lot of lunch foods.
But it's got lettuce. Nobody's eating lettuce when they wake up in the morning. Nobody is prepping lettuce when they get out of bed.
If I just got a BT, then can it be considered a breakfast sandwich? Just bacon and tomato sandwich?
Sorry, it's so early. I was like, what does the T stand for?
Oh, God.
Toast. Sorry, what was the question? If you just got...
Well, if you think lettuce is the hill you're going to die on,
Yeah.
what if I remove the lettuce and just had a BT? Could that be considered a breakfast sandwich in your mind?
No.
See, like for me, I'll go, if I was to order from Denny's right now, or Ricky's or Humpty's, man, we love breakfast places in the city.
We sure do.
I would get a Clubhouse, but with hash browns. Because I think
Clubhouse
French fries are definitely a lunch thing, but a Clubhouse
has chicken.
So many breakfast essentials in it, though.
No,
and
it
it's
doesn't.
Just built better.
It literally only has one breakfast essential, and that's bacon and toast. Oh, sorry. That's two.
Exactly.
Sorry,
Already
again,
wrong.
Very early. So in my high school, or was it junior high, VJM in St. Albert, in the cafeteria, there was a quote-unquote breakfast sandwich that so many students ordered. And it would literally be a sub bun with bacon, butter. That's it.
Oh.
And it would be wrapped in saran wrap, and kids were eating this for breakfast, and I would be losing my mind.
Well, what's wrong with that? That to me is a breakfast sandwich.
There's no egg in it.
Yeah, there doesn't have to be egg. What if you're allergic to egg? What do you have for breakfast? You just die?
Cereal?
You have to fast?
I feel like everyone that's allergic to eggs, they don't even go near that subject. They're just getting cereal.
It seems like the text line overwhelmingly in favor of the BLT can be considered a breakfast sandwich.
Interesting.
I'm saying it is a lunch sandwich. Like
As well?
Originally, I think it's an OG lunch menu item, but I think it fits nicely into the breakfast sandwich category.
It's just something missing. It needs the egg.
No, it doesn't need. That's the belt, which is also a sandwich. That's just a BLT with an egg.
Which therefore moves it up to 8 a.m. purchasing.
Ryder and Lisa.
Play 107.
If your local dive bar has just not opened up yet since March, that's okay. Maybe you could win a dive bar for your backyard. Yeah, Miller High Life is giving away a backyard dive bar that's valued at 10 grand to one lucky fan. And it's a shed where you will always be the regular. Because let's be real, that's where you'll be hanging out all the time. It comes with sticky floors, an actual bar with Miller High Life tap handles, bar stools, a popcorn machine, a spot for a bouncer.
Amazing.
Why would you need that? Dimming lights, quirky beer artwork, doors that completely open and close for patio season and not patio season, and enough beer to just fill it for the rest of the year. So if you want, I can give you just have to text dive bar to 90464. I don't even know if this is in Canada, but why not try it?
I like that I'm pretending that this is the first time I heard it. I'm like, oh, wow.
Ooh, what's this?
I've literally already texted that number. I came across this story like early this week and I was like, ew.
Okay, so text us right now if you want me to give you the details on that. So awesome.
Tell me something good.
My story is about a pizza man, 89-year-old delivery man for Papa John's, who had to take the gig because his monthly bills cost more than his Social Security covered. And so he was still working at 89. And there was a young man, Carlos, who decided to constantly make sure he was ordering from Papa John's so he would get this delivery guy and tip him well.
Oh, wow.
But then decided to go one step further and hit the net on his TikTok and asked if anybody would be interested in chipping in some money to give this guy like a significant donation.
How much?
To maybe help him out. $12,069.
Oh, that's so great.
That'll cover the bills for a while.
Yeah.
Tell me something good.
What's your prized possession? 780-784-7107. I didn't realize what mine was until this was years ago. I don't know, 7 years ago. There was a fire in the neighborhood.
Okay.
I lived in at the time. And firemen came to the door, knocked on the door and said, we're going to need you to evacuate.
What's the first thing that you grabbed?
Exactly. I grabbed an old hockey helmet that was my dad's in like the 50s. And I just love this hockey helmet. But I was like, where's that helmet?
Wow, that's really interesting to me.
And I grabbed my signed Eberle jersey. So obviously I
Big
prioritized
sports
hockey.
fan.
Completely forgot about my kid. No.
You did not.
I'm kidding. What do we got rolling in on the text line?
Yeah. Okay. So Alyssa says, I wear an anklet. It's not anything that's expensive. It was maybe $2. My mom bought it for me at a gift shop years ago. She passed away 3 years ago and I refused to take it off. That's a beautiful thing to be carrying around with you. But the fear of it falling off one day, I can't imagine.
Yeah, you're too anxious for these
Absolutely.
kinds of
I
things.
have it duct taped
Yeah.
to my skin. And also Joanna wrote in saying, oh, I lost her text. Where is it? Here it is. I have a sign by my grandmother that says, I love you a million. I've had it for 11 years since she passed and I miss her every day.
Cute.
That's really cute.
All right. You've got a sports one as well. Hit us up with it.
I used to live in Ontario during my high school years, and my dad took me to a game in '92, and I was under the Jumbotron and caught a ball in the second bowl that Roberto Alomar just crushed into the stands, and that was the year they won the pennant for the first time.
No. You got that
Yeah,
ball
and
still?
I went, yeah, of course I do. I carry it in my lunch kit.
Do you actually carry it around in your lunch kit every day?
Yes, I do. If I was to reach across my truck, I would be able to put it in my hand right now. I carry it in my lunch kit. It's one of the most important things that I've ever, that I possess in my life, minus my 3 kids.
Yes.
So you would prioritize your 3 kids, 1, 2, and 3, and then the baseball, and then your 4th kid?
No, the 3 kids are like a 3-way tie for first. The ball is the second one, and then the ashes of my dog. I'm getting all sentimental now, but
And
yeah,
then
that
the
would
wife.
be, that would be. She knows I'm not going anywhere. She's got me now, so I don't. Yeah, okay, fine, the wife, I guess. As long as she's holding the box of my dog's ashes.
Wow, we just got you in so much trouble.
No, she's asleep. It's okay. She's not up for work yet. Just don't play this after 7:50.
All right, safe. We can't re-air this after 7:50.
We might, though.
No, we will not.
Play 107.
Time for the texter tune. That means if you texted us and want a shout out, we tried to put it in the song.
We tried to get as many names as possible, and then Ryder just on the spot rhymes everything together and sings it. So happy Friday.
Julie's on the way to school, listening on his work is Amir. Ashley and Anna excited for some after-work beers. Rayanne and Justin are celebrating 2 big old years. Chris, Kurt, and Rebecca, well, they're also here.
Woo!
Captain Crunch, thanks a bunch for the text. Ryan asked Lisa out with the text. Ethan's mom wanted to remind him to clean his room cause it's a effing mess. Tiffany, your mom, Emily, thinks you're the best. Carol, Diane, the bus driver, Connie, Heather, and May, you're all special and deserve a great day. Krista, your daughter, Kendall, thinks you're dope. She won't touch that dope stuff, though. It stunts your growth. Joanne, Kate, Anthony, and Dougie P. To Lisa's, April, Danielle, Brooklyn are also sweet. Thanks a lot for listening to us. And not a station in Calgary. Or 100.3.
That was good.
Thanks.
Really good.
Ryder and Lisa on Play 107.
It's the first Friday of fall, so we decided.
Whoa.
Yeah, we wanted to have a little discussion about your favorite F word. Hit us up at 780-784-7107. I have one I'd like to start with and a cool story behind it.
Okay.
Facetiously, it's probably my favorite F word. And a cool story behind it is that it has the A, then the E, then the I-O-U, and a Y.
Whoa,
all
whoa,
in the
whoa.
right order.
I remember it was like one of the first days I started working here. How long ago was that? 2013? That's
I thought
wild.
you were going to say 20 years ago. I was like,
No.
it feels like it.
Totally. But you used the word facetious towards me. You're like, are you being facetious? And I was like, I don't know. Am I? I didn't know. At the time, I was like, I don't know. Slowly turns to my laptop and Googles it.
It's a
Yes.
good word. It comes off the tongue.
Great word.
And it's a cool, it actually is a great word because it's like sarcastic, but even better. It's
Yeah.
just got more punch. And that whole A-E-I-O-U thing. Love that.
That's really cool.
What's your favorite F word?
Fries. Actually, there's 2 French fries.
Okay. that's a double.
Perfect.
That would be 2 points in whatever game that is. Do you remember it?
Scrabble?
No.
What game are you thinking about?
There's one where you have to name all of the words that start with the same letter.
Yep.
And if you do the double. And we played it once, and the category was hero. And I suggested...
You said Gilbert Gottfried. I was like, he's not a hero. You're like, he is to me. I was like, is he though?
He is to people who love his comedy. He can be
He's
a hero.
nobody's hero. End of story. You did not get the double points for that. Anyway, hit us up. What's your favorite F word?
You would just want to touch on a big celebrity breakup.
Well, everybody remembers watching Young and the Restless in the 90s. They're still watching it to this day. Same characters. It's crazy. Demi Lovato and Max Eric. I think that's how you say his name. I'm sorry to all of the Young and the Restless fans, but they split 2 months after their engagement. And I'm just wondering, when they decided to call it quits, did they face away from each other dramatically?
And the camera just like zoomed out, and then he confessed to murdering her identical twin sister.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.